What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. I am rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for you guys to look forward to. So if you are enjoying the content, you want to stay up to date every single day on YouTube with the latest Manchester City transfer news, then make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Now less than 400 subs away from 27,000 subscribers, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the aim, and also most importantly let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Let's crack on then with this transfer update. We've got some outs, and we're going to start off first with Cieran Slicker. He's left Manchester City on loan for the season, and he's gone and signed with local Greater Manchester side Rochdale, so wishing Cieran the very best of luck there on his season-long loan. Hope he goes and smashes it there at Rochdale. And speaking about players potentially leaving, this time not on loan but permanent, is Pablo Moreno. He's believed to be closing in on a move to Club Sport Maritimo in Portugal. It's believed to be a permanent transfer with a buyback clause. He did join Manchester City for free in 2020 from Juventus. He's an attacker, highly rated as well. Man City prepared to let him go, but with City putting a buyback in there, there's clearly something that City like about him. So it's believed that he's going to be off to Portugal, Madeira more specifically for him. So wishing him the very best of luck when that move does become official. Now moving on, we do have a quick update on Nathan Ake, and Fabrizio Romano says that Chelsea, they wanted to try again to try and sign Nathan Ake from Manchester City this week. They were prepared to submit a big proposal to try and make this happen. Firstly, I'm going to presume that this hasn't happened and Nathan Ake isn't joining Chelsea, and I presume this is Chelsea's response to missing out on Jules Koundé to Barcelona, who they've signed from Sevilla. So they could be tempted to make another bid for Nathan Ake, but it is thought that Nathan Ake, he is expected to stay at Manchester City, which of course is no surprise. Now moving on to the ins and the meat, and people have been messaging me today saying, what's happening with Marc Cucurella? Well, what is happening with Marc Cucurella? So we've had two massive bits of information. We'll start with the first. We will run chronologically. So Fabrizio Romano said that Marc Cucurella's agent, he was in Brighton to try and help force through this transfer to make it happen for him to join Manchester City. Cucurella has once more this week told Brighton that he wishes to move to Manchester City and Manchester City only. And I put a little note, if he wants to make this happen, what he needs to do is hand in a transfer request, because in my opinion, that's where Harry Kane went wrong last summer. That's why he didn't join Manchester City, because he never forced the issue. He was too busy appeasing to Tottenham Hotspur and not forcing through that transfer to make it happen. And so he wanted the move, but he didn't want it, if you know what I mean. Whereas Cucurella is a little bit different. He wants it, it seems. So Pol Ballus at the Athletic said that Manchester City, they are prepared to walk away from this transfer. And I'll say right now that that is the case. Man City are prepared to walk away from this transfer if Brighton will not move on their price of £50 million. Man City are not going to pay £50 million for a left back this summer. We're not going to pay £50 million for Marc Cucurella. That is where this big poker game's coming down to. Brighton are not going to accept anything less than £50 million. Man City aren't going to bid anywhere close to £50 million. So it seems like a very simple conundrum where this transfer simply does not happen. And that's where City said they are set to walk away. However, we have had further development. So the Telegraph said that Man City are prepared to make one final move for Marc Cucurella before moving on. They didn't clarify whether City are going to look at their alternatives, so that's Borna Sosa or potentially Alex Grimaldo as well. They've just said moving on. Manchester City apparently have fallen £10 million short of Brighton's value in this increased bid that City, this is their final offer that they're willing to make for Marc Cucurella. So if they're falling £10 million short, I presume it's a bid of £40 million. And I'm wondering if this bid, and it has come into Brighton, whether they are willing to negotiate on their £50 million or not, because obviously that's a big increase from £30 million up to £40 million. I do have a feeling though that Brighton here are just going to sit tight and hold firm and stick with their stance, and that's Marc Cucurella's camp of their feeling as well at this moment in time, is that Brighton are not going to move on from £50 million. They're not going to negotiate that down, and because of that they're going to prize him out of a move to Manchester City, and it all comes down to the pricing. Yeah, we're heading towards crunch time, it feels, on this little saga. Now, we have had a massive development earlier on today. Fabrizio Romano has reported that Marc Cucurella, like I said before, unlike Harry Kane, Marc Cucurella wants this move. He has handed in a transfer request to Brighton and Hove Albion, telling them he wants to leave and he wants to join Manchester City. That's the stance. That's where we lie on this transfer. That's the latest, and I'm sure over the next 24, 48 hours over the weekend, we're going to get more developments, and this is going to go into next week. And I'll tell you right now, if Man City are to sign Marc Cucurella, then next week is the most important week of this transfer to make that happen. Next week is crunch time. It's just before the Premier League season starting, and Man City will want their squad sorting, or certainly heading towards a direction where they know who they're going to be bringing in and who potentially they will not be bringing in. So it is a crunch 7 days here to make this transfer happen. It's exciting. Could go either way. Are Brighton going to buckle? All pressure being played in this poker game now. All pressure being put onto Brighton. Are they going to hold out? Are they going to want to keep an unhappy player? Clearly here with the transfer request is unhappy. That's going against everything that's been said by sources close to Brighton, saying he's happy. He's handed in a transfer request. He isn't happy. He wants to leave. So we'll see. I have heard others saying that if Man City do manage to sign Marc Cucurella, they can see this going down the same route as Ferran Torres. What stops Marc Cucurella in 2 seasons' time or so potentially wanting to go to Barcelona, for example, is a club that apparently he's very keen on. And so what stops him in a couple of seasons' time doing the same thing and handing in a transfer request to Manchester City? And what I'd say to that is absolutely nothing, but I wouldn't look too far beyond transfers. I've learned with transfers, you've just got to take it a window at a time, and right now the focus is trying to bring a left back into Manchester City to try and bring Marc Cucurella into Manchester City, which at this moment in time, I would, if I was to put a percentage on it, 50-50, flip of a coin, rock, paper, scissors, I don't know. Who knows? Very interesting poker game being played. It's a very unique transfer. I've not really dealt with transfers with so many little things that can go wrong, so there we go. So that has been the transfer update. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. 500 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let me know what you think of these transfers in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming for you guys throughout all of the summer transfer window. So if you haven't already and you do want to stay up to date every single day with the latest Manchester City transfer news on YouTube, then make sure you have subscribed. Social media links, they're in the description below and slide across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.